Okay, all right, Barry, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. Meanwhile, Arab leaders have endorsed Egypt's plan for the reconstruction of water in Gaza that would allow its residents to remain in the territory, in contrast to US President Donald Trump's plan that involves relocating the nearly 2.3 million Gaza residents to neighboring countries and redeveloping the region. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has said that proposal has been welcomed by the Hamas leadership but criticized by Israel, but it has been accepted at the closing of a summit held in Cairo. Sisi also said that during the summit that he was certain President Trump would be able to achieve peace in the Israel-Hamas conflict. The summit was attended by the Emir of Qatar, the Vice President of UAE, Foreign Minister of Saudi Arabia, as well as UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres. The Egyptian reconstruction plan would reportedly cost around $53 billion. My colleague Aditya Vadwan with us on the broadcast. Aditya, take our viewers through the details at a recent summit held in the Middle East. It seems as though Egypt is now leading the effort in conversation about how the reconstruction of war-torn Gaza should take place.
Absolutely, Devika. It is not right now. Egypt is taking the lead when it comes to redevelop Gaza. Earlier, also Egypt was maintaining the same thing, and there was one instance, where an Egyptian leader had said that if Israel does not stop this war against Gaza, there will be consequences. Now, not only Egypt, even the Qatar is also joining hands with Egypt, so as to redevelop Gaza. Because as per them, so much damage has been done to Gaza because of the continuously bombardment by the Israeli Defense Forces, and now it needs to be seen by what date will they initiate this redevelopment plans, and what are their plans and how will they go about it. But one thing is very clear, that Egypt and Qatar and their like-minded other Middle East partners are very interested in redeveloping Gaza, because the shambles Gaza is in a dilapidated state right now. So it needs to be seen how long does the redevelopment plan for Gaza takes place. Yes, Devika.
Okay, all right. Aditya, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Sanjeev Srivastav with us as well. Mr. Srivastav, Egypt now seems to be taking the lead as far as the Gaza redevelopment plan is concerned, and they do seem to have the backing of other leaders in the Middle East, which they believe is a better plan than what has been proposed by US President Donald Trump, wherein he suggested that several neighboring countries take in the Palestinians who have been displaced due to the war. However, it seems that the Middle Eastern leaders are not too keen to follow Donald Trump's advice on this matter, and they are now themselves looking into proposing an alternate plan.
Yes, yes, certainly, Devika. I think this is an alternate plan, and obviously it has come after President Trump's Gaza plan was proposed, where he had said that he will take this Gaza under US control, and then they will develop it in such a way that the people of Gaza will be settled into neighboring countries, and this entire territory will be used by the various people from the international community. So I think that was a plan which was a very unconventional plan, and which was resisted by and criticized by various Arab countries, Middle East countries. And now, to respond to such kind of a proposal, they had said that they will have a meeting soon, and they had this meeting in Cairo, and now they have come up with their own plan of reconstruction of Gaza with the investment of about $53 billion US. So I think it's a plan which has come up from the Middle Eastern countries, and I believe that this plan will be widely accepted by the Middle Eastern countries and those who have been critical of it. of Trump's plan. And but one thing is quite certain that because of the President Trump's a new idea of having taking Gaza under U.S. control has generated a debate and has generated a kind of a response which has obviously come up with this kind of a proposal that they are now going to invest about $53 billion. So I think something new has happened because of the President Trump's plan, and that can be seen as a constructive outcome of the entire unconventional idea which came from President Trump. So I think that in that view, it's a good thing which has happened for the Gaza and people of Gaza. Obviously, in this plan, people will not be displaced because in President Trump's plan, it was proposed that the people of Gaza will be resettled to some other countries, and the entire population of Gaza will be shifted to other countries. So I think that was highly criticized by various countries, and now they have come up in response to that plan with their own plan. So I think it's a constructive development, and let's see how this kind of a plan is going to be implemented, and what kind of a response the U.S. does and Israel does to this kind of a proposal which is coming from Middle Eastern countries. But yes, I just said that after this new idea came from President Trump, a debate was generated, and with this debate, a constructive idea has come from the Middle Eastern countries. So, so let's see what kind of implementation as they do after this plan, and what kind of a response it gets from United States of America and Israel.
Okay, all right, Mr. Srivastav, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast with your perspective. And with that, viewers, we sip into a very quick break.